So in this video, we're going to talk about the incredible health benefits of bone broth soup. Not only is it great to help get over colds and flu and viruses, things like that, but it's also a great anti-inflammatory, promotes healthy joints, reduces joint pain, and it's great for bones, ligaments, tendons, as well as hair and skin. It's great for your digestive system, and it's mineral rich and nutrient dense, especially with potassium, calcium, and magnesium to promote healthy bone formation. It's full of collagen, arginine, glucosamine, which is sold as an expensive supplement for arthritis and joint pain, bone marrow for cells and gut, amino acid, and sulfur. The gelatin in this supports digestion and it provides allergy relief, and because of the collagen, it's actually anti-aging. Now, another great thing about this is you've probably been hearing a lot about leaky gut syndrome lately. Now, this is something that a lot of people have that they say they don't even know it. The author of the GAPS diet, Dr. Natasha Campbell-McBride, recommends using this bone broth as one of the best things to heal and seal your gut, as well as provide many nutrients. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this with chicken bones, but know that you can do the same thing with beef bones, which you can very easily get at any health food store or butcher. Just ask for the bones. Now, what I usually do is I make the chicken in the way that I have in my video, how to make the healthiest chicken. I'll save the carcass as well as the bones of about 3 or 4 chickens in a plastic bag in my freezer before I go ahead and make this. And just one caveat though is you always have to use either pasture raised and organic or free range chicken bones, as well as with beef. You have to use organic and grass-fed chicken because any of the toxins from conventional feed or hormones or antibiotics are stored in the fat as well as the bones. So you want to use the healthiest grade possible. Now, there are a few different ways to make the bone broth soup, and they're all good. The point is to boil it for long enough to extract the minerals and nutrients from the bone and use vegetables and herbs to give it the taste that you like. Now, to start with, you're going to put enough water to about 1 inch or 2 from the top of the pot, but just make sure it's enough to cover the carcass of bones there. Now, you're always going to want to use filtered water, and you can do this in a crock pot for safety, which is good if you have to leave because it's going to be a long time cooking, or a large pot. Now, these bones were saved and frozen after eating the meat that was cooked in the way that I show in my How to Make the Healthiest Chicken video. Now, you can start with a whole chicken and cook it like that just by boiling the chicken for 2 hours. And after the 2 hours, you take all the meat off and put the carcass back in the water. You're also going to add vinegar in all your vegetables except for cilantro and parsley. I like to use kale, dandelion, carrots, celery, bay leaves, rosemary, thyme, sea salt, pepper, onion, and garlic. Cilantro and parsley can be added towards the end when you have about an hour to go. Now, the vinegar is very important because it helps to extract the nutrients from the carcass and put it into the soup. I like to use Bragg's because it's organic, unfiltered, and unpasteurized. You can also use lemon juice for the same purpose, but don't worry, there's a complete list of the ingredients that I use in the blog at theartofunity.com. Now, you want to bring this to a simmer and just stop it before it boils to put it on low heat because boiling it actually harms the gelatin. Now, on top of this, you're going to actually start to see bubbling or this kind of scum that comes on top of the pot. This should be removed since it's said to be the toxins in the body of the chicken. Now, let this cook on low for anywhere between 8 and 24 hours. I always do the 24 hours because it gets the maximum amount of minerals, nutrients, and collagen from the bones into the soup. And know that beef can go for at least 24 hours and up to 3 days. Lastly, strain the bones and everything in it, separating the broth. So after cooling, you can let this sit in glass jars in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks, or you can freeze it for longer. Now, this is great for stews or soups or by itself. And also, the bones are going to be very soft and crushable, so you can actually eat the marrow right out of the bones after you cook them for that long. Now, what I usually do with the broth is drink it as a tea in the morning because traditional Chinese medicine says that it's very healthy to drink something warm like tea in the morning because it helps to wake up your organs. So I'll have that with turmeric or moringa powder or something like that in there. And it's one of the absolute healthiest things you get. So I highly recommend it, and hope this works well for you. Best of health. Good luck.